Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. Just Shannon at the moment. I have been working on a project and I thought I would kind of share with you guys what all I've gotten done. This is very impromptu, but I have been cutting up those trusses that we salvaged from Kyle's friend's property for my garden boxes. So now that I have that project done, if you look around, there's a mess. Okay. Just to give you an idea where we're at, there is the shelter, feeding station, hay station, and then I just have piles everywhere. I've got piles of lumber, piles of pallets, all kinds of stuff everywhere. And quite frankly, I am tired of looking at it. So while we have so many projects going on and so many things to do, I'm at least going to start doing a little bit of cleanup work just because I'm going crazy over here. So I just thought I'd share it with you guys and show a little bit of the progress that we're making. As you guys know, Kyle and I take our animals' health very seriously, but we also take our health seriously too. So there's a product that I want to tell you guys about very quickly. It is a daily product that Kyle and I have started to use. It's called Symbiotic Plus by Ritual. It is a 3-in-1 daily probiotic. The thing that's different about this probiotic is it's a prebiotic, a probiotic, and a postbiotic. The 5 major suppliers of probiotics don't even include a postbiotic. So theirs is a little bit different, and it's really designed to help gut, digestive, and immune health. I have never taken a product like this before, but I can tell you from my own experience, after just a month of taking it, I can see a huge difference. Symbiotic Plus is science and research backed. It's formulated without GMOs, major allergen, animal products, and it's vegan friendly. The thing I like about Ritual is all of their products are made traceable. So they show every ingredient listed in the product and the supplier for that product. And with your major pharma, your big companies, you don't always get that. So with prebiotics, they support the growth and activity of beneficial bacteria in the gut. Probiotics relieve bloating, gas, and mild stools. And postbiotics fuel the cells of the gut lining to support the gut barrier function. So I can tell you one of the things I've noticed probably the most is definitely the bloating. So the nice thing about Symbiotic Plus is it is a once-a-day pill. It doesn't require refrigeration, and it works to get down into your colon instead of just your stomach to really help get the full benefits of the product. As you guys know, I'm trying to get my garden ready. I'm trying to get us to where we're eating healthier. And this is just part of it. You know, this is something that we're doing supplemental in the meantime to help with our health. So Ritual is giving you for the first month subscription a 20% discount. And the nice thing about Ritual is they always have free shipping. So check out the link below, enter our coupon code if you're interested, and you can get 20% off your first month's order. This is a product that we actually use and we feel like is beneficial to us, so we just wanted to go ahead and share it with you guys. So to anybody on the outside, I'm sure all of this looks like pure chaos, and it kind of is. But I actually know what every single one of these piles are. So these are all the boards that I've cut, and I'm gonna run through the planer so that I can burn them, stain them, and put them together for my garden boxes. They are all different lengths, so basically I'm just gonna find out whatever length I have the most of. I would like to make 3x8 garden boxes, but not all my boards are long enough for that. So they may end up being 7x3. I don't know, there's really no method to my madness other than I just want to be able to use the boards that we have and not have to buy any. So I've got that pile done. There are all my boards ready to be hauled up to the shed. This is a burn pile. All of that is just scraps and stuff that can't be used. However, there are nails and screws in it, so we're gonna burn that in a very specific place so that we're not driving over nails and screws. This was left over from when we put the plywood up on the inside of the goat shelter, and as you guys probably know, Kyle and I are not the most organized people, so it just got put out here. However, I may have Kyle talked into using the critter getter as a little shelter for spruce. So we may be able to reuse these and, I don't know, put them on the outside or something, just as a shelter, as a wind block, basically. This whole pile right here, that all came from the trusses as well, but all of those boards are less than 3 feet long as far as usable parts. So that's gonna have to get stacked up nice and neat. And then this is my first pile over here of mess. I have a whole bunch of pallets and deconstructed pallets, extra scrap metal that my dad gave me, and we also have all of these long 2x8s and 2x6s that we got from Kyle's friend. So I'm tired of looking at all these piles everywhere, so I think I have a place determined to go ahead and stack all the wood because, oh wait, there's one more pile. Actually, there's 2 more piles. Shoot, there's 3. Okay. This is just a mess. Extra metal. All that also needs to be burned, and it is full of nails. That's all just parts from the pallets that I've deconstructed. And then we have this, which is the 20-foot pallets that we got from JR, and a whole bunch of scrap wood and pallet planks. So I think I have finally determined a spot to stack all this up nice and neatly. I'm going to use a couple of the long pallets to put it on, and hopefully we can keep a nice uniform stack. Don't tell Kyle, but as soon as he gets his hands on any of it, it'll be a mess. He doesn't put anything back where it goes, but it's okay. I still love him. And he's mowing for me right now, which means I don't have to do that. In fact, since I've known Kyle, or since Kyle and I have been together, I have not mowed a single time. I've weed-eated here and there, but I've not mowed. So I'm thrilled that he's doing that. So I have no problems picking up my own mess and making nice little neat piles, getting stuff ready to burn. So that's what we're doing today.
Better tools to keep using, you know?
Yeah.
This is a pretty specialty tool, you really. Have to admit.
Hey, that's a nice looking gate you have there.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's not bad for free.
I love free gates.
I got a lot of things I would have done differently, but didn't know until I built one.
Well, now you know for the future, and if you need to change anything, you'll know what you'll do differently.
So instead of putting that pin latch system like I talked about over there, I could just get another little bar, kind of like the latch up here.
Uh-huh.
And then it basically, whenever you go to close it, it just catches on the 2x4 over here.
Okay.
It keeps it from going out all the way.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to latch or unlatch anything extra besides this up here.
I think that sounds great.
I think I have a little hardware up there I was going to use on another project that I might be able to use for this instead.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Even better.
just makeshift gates. Poor man's post,
Hey, you know what?
poor man's gate.
It's not a pallet.
It's not a pallet.
That was important.
It was very important to me.
I think it'll keep a spruce in.
Mario's eating the foreign leaves that came down.
Of course he is. What do you guys think of this? Oh, new scratching post.
What do you think, bub? You okay with it?
Oh,
Is it a dueling post?
I think so.
All right.
What do you think, ladies? Is that your new pedestal?
Oh, Mario's gonna scratch on it.
Yeah.
Luigi just figured out it's just tall enough.
We each can't scratch his back, but Mario can. So you guys all thought that I was the pallet queen? Check out what the pallet king is doing. What are you doing, babe?
Well, I hadn't really thought through the best way to get the goats to be able to use these things because they have those metal holes in them.
Yeah.
And so I was nervous that they'd stick a foot through and break it or whatever, and wasps. And now I'm like, well, but they got wasps all in the shelter, so all we got to do is protect them from these holes.
And the styrofoam expanding foam did not work.
It was not bad, but I know if I were to take my fingers and go bam, I'd make it through. So Mr. Mario's hoof would do the same. So I thought, well, why don't we just take some of our spare pallet wood, run it across the top, and make a new platform for it so they can hang out on it. So we can put this one outside the window, so whenever they want to bail out the window, they have something to land on. I went right in the freaking crack.
That's hilarious.
Like I know, I'm 100% sure I'm there.
Looks good.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm pretty pleased with this solution.
Me too. Good thinking, babe.
Thank you. All right, well, finally, Shannon and I have got Spruce to the age where he sleeps a little better if we work him a little harder. So her and I are finally trying to get back to some projects. Number one on the list, because we just had to kind of ease back into it, has been spring cleaning.
I was tired of looking at piles laying everywhere, and
Like that one?
yeah. And they're
What
my
about that one?
piles.
What about that one right there?
That's gonna be a keep pile.
What about that one right there?
That's gonna be a move pile.
What about that one way over there?
Burn pile.
I thought you said you were tired of piles.
But I know what they all are.
I knew what they were before. We just moved them around a little bit.
I know, but it actually is getting better, I promise.
As long as you feel that way.
I do.
Well, this right here, you know, we've been down here a lot, but the critter getter was sitting about right there. We had what, all three of those spools right here.
Yeah.
But those spools, we came up with an idea. Do I get to steal the credit or do I have to share it?
It's 100% your credit.
Yes. Kyle came up with a creative idea to just put pallet boards on there. Oh my goodness. So genius.
You know, but honestly, it worked really, really well. So.
And the moment we put it in there.
Oh yeah, look at him.
Actually, Mario was the very first one that hopped up there. And Ouija says, yeah, I'm a max chiller, so it's mine. Did you get a little turn, Blue Eyes? Are we keeping you awake?
She looks like she's about to fall asleep.
So all the goats are pretty attentive right now for good reason. For about a week, I have been skipping feeding them in the mornings because with spring here, all the stuff down in Goatville has been growing and they've not been doing their jobs because they're a little spoiled and they get plenty of food. So they'll go down and graze a little bit here and there, but nothing to actually suffice their appetite. Well, I'm tired of that. So I quit feeding them in the mornings. I think we talked about this about a week ago or so. And they've been doing okay. They've been doing well, but I think there's just so much to eat that, you know, they go and fill their bellies and then they come up here and be done. However, with all the spring cleaning and the mowing, I really need to mow.
And weed eat.
And weed eat all the spots that we've moved stuff away from. I did part of the hill yesterday, at least our walkways on either side of the trails over here. And then you can't really see it, but over there behind the shed, that was about as tall as this over here. Needless to say, that's a whole lot of weed eating. Now, I enjoy it and it's fun and I love the before and after, but I don't want to be doing this weekly. I won't do this weekly. I used to mow, what, 1 or 2 times a week whenever we had the small house in the city on 1/4 of an acre.
We don't have time for that.
Yeah, it's an all-day project to mow, and I don't even get it all done. So I decided we're going to put our organic mowers to work outside the pen. What could go wrong?
All his idea. I had nothing to do with this.
Yeah. So
Nothing.
I have 4 hungry adult goats. They've not had any food, any grain today. We're in the latter part of the evening time feeding. They know that normally I'd be giving them their scoops of food. We've got Hercules out and all that good stuff. But first, I think I say but first a lot. But first, we're gonna make them work out here. Hey, do you guys want some freedom? Mario, if I let you out to eat and work over here, you promise you'll stick around and come back for food?
I think they are grain trained enough that as soon as they hear the sound of that grain bucket, they'll come running.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. You know, when we first brought Mama, I remember she got out and she went over there on the other side of those long pallets, but at the time she was a little scared, and so when I put the food down, it did nothing.
Yeah, that's
I had
true.
to grab her by the horn and assist her back. But now she fits right in. This would be my questionable one. We're still not 100% adopted into the family, not because we haven't accepted her, but because she's got to accept us. She will let Shannon and I pet her, scratch her head, but sometimes you go to reach out to her and she gives you a little dodge. She goes the other direction. That handsome man right there is also kind of waiting for her to fully accept us before he'll stop chasing her every once in a while.
That's true. You still like a good chase, don't you, Herc?
So that goat acclimation and dynamic thing that I think I've talked about in the last 3 or 4 videos, it's still going on. I think this will be a good bonding exercise though. So I kind of say, let's just open the gate. We're not going to freak out. We're going to stay calm. They're going to come out. And if they run off, you're going to witness Shannon and I running like a couple crazy people.
Excuse me.
What?
You're going to witness Kyle chasing him like a crazy person.
Herc, you'll help me, won't you?
I'll be standing here laughing and filming because you opened the gate.
Oh, this could be this could be interesting. I'm just gonna do it.
Do it.
Boys and girls, it's time you earned your name Goat. Does anybody want to come outside of the pen? Mario says, I've wandered out there one time. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Is Herc gonna let him out?
Look, he's standing guard.
Weeds, can I get that tick, buddy? Wait. Hey, come here.
Nope, not happening.
Mama, Mario. Herc says, oh, mama. Herc, it's okay, bud. It's okay. There's a boy. I bet we got to get away from the gate for Blue Eyes to join.
Yep, let's move over here where they can eat a little bit. Come on, Blue Eyes, that's a girl.
So here's the important thing, guys. I need you to focus between these two trees. Mario, are you listening? Mario. No, Mama, where's Blue Eyes? She make it out?
She's out.
Herc, don't chase her back in the pen, buddy. Here, let's move this way a little bit. Mario, come here.
Come on, goats.
Good boy, Hercules. Good boy. Is it weird? Should your goats be out? They shouldn't be out, should they?
They seem a little bit confused.
I can't imagine why. They're like,
we're not allowed to be out here.
They're like, where is the hidden electrical fence on this side?
Where'd Blue Eyes go? Oh.
She's down here by the buckets. She
She's hidden by a tree.
Usually if you look for Herc and then look about 30 feet opposite her, or opposite him, that's where you'll find Blue Eyes. Look, Mario's right where I wanted to be. I knew it. Atta boy.
Good job, Mario.
Mario's like a kid in a candy store, man. He can't hold still.
Look how on edge he is, though.
Well, we got the guard dog out here. You think they'll spook if I walk near them like I'm about to throw them in the pen or something?
Oh, probably. Now, Mama, she was used to being out at the neighbors and just kind of grazing and not being in a pen, so she'll probably do well.
I can't.
Herc's like, I'm going to dig a hole for you.
Yeah, that's where that tarp was that the spools are on. Buddy?
What do you think about your goats being out here?
Did we overdo it on our goat pen? We should have just let them out, huh? No, we're just testing things. That's what we're doing. The true test will be how easy is it to get them back in the pen. So I know we've got empty bellies on everybody right now, which gives us the best chance at shaking that grain or shaking the feed and getting them to go back in the pen. You know, goats are, what we're learning, they're super smart. I think, you know, they get a bad rap because there's some out there, let's just pick a name, like a Bruce, for instance. The guy doesn't listen. The guy picks on animals way bigger than himself.
Gets into everything.
Everything. If he were a real goat, of course. I'm just speaking hypothetically and picking a random name. But these guys, like, they love their pen. You know, when Goatville is open all day long, if their bellies are full and they're content, they just want to be laying with each other up on the Herc hut, on the pallet perch. They love their pen. And quite frankly, I don't think they would want to go anywhere.
I mean, they are pretty spoiled goats. Look, they're right where you wanted them to be, too. Oh.
Mario says, hey, this is the yummy stuff. Herc, you're doing a good job too, buddy. Yes, sir. You just watching over your goats?
You're such a good guard dog. And of course, Ouija over here by himself, as always.
And if you've seen any of our last videos or the 900 reels or shorts that we've put out in the last couple weeks, you know Spruce has been all over this place. But right now he's got a full belly and he's napping up there in the crate. And so we wanted to see how these guys do without a little one getting underneath their feet, because that does annoy the older goats.
And I don't want them running off.
Yeah, you know, Spruce pretty much follows Shannon wherever she goes, which is absolutely adorable. But if he gets a wild hair and wants to take off, you know, do these guys follow? I don't know. Should we take him on a walk around the trail or something?
No, not all of them. No. That's too much for this mama to handle.
Do you guys want to go into town and watch a movie and grab some dinner or something? I mean, I'm feeling wild. This is fantastic.
I think I'm going to chime in and say I only want them to do this when we let them to do it. I do not want animals running free all the time.
Well, I mean, I wasn't like, I didn't say that yet, but yeah, I was going there.
Oh, I know where you were going with it. They need to stick to their pen and then just have some little fun playtime like this when we let them out.
When I mow, I don't even cut down these saplings like that. I mean, Mario is in goat heaven right now.
I know, look at him climbing up the tree.
Atta boy, Mario. Goodness, buddy, how tall are you these days?
You're moving it. You are so funny.
Gee, I wonder how you guys get ticks all the time. You notice Blue Eyes and Mama are still kind of over there being skeptical and keeping a little bit of distance. Of course, last time they tried to come over, Mario told them that was his eating spot. You know, I think the big key, if they got out, and just like when Mama got out that one time, if they got out and you freak out, like you start chasing them, you start yelling, or I holler at you like, "Shit, get out here," you know, they're gonna react the same way.
Oh yeah.
And that's, I mean, Herc will do that. I could, if I just went berserk right now, I could freak all these animals out.
I think we could take off running to the pen and every single one of them would chase us.
No, I'm certain, yeah. He might stop right at the gate because he decides if he wants to go back in the gate or not. But I think the rest of them would be like, what is it? What is it? Is it a wasp, Dad? Okay.
Look at the work he did on that tree.
Attaboy. Get her done, Mario.
Oh yeah, eat all those vines.
Leave the oak alone. Yeah, just eat the little guy. No sense in taking the bark off the big one, huh? Attaboy. Hey, now that we've kind of shifted over here, you see who moved up a little bit closer?
He's like, how high can I get on this tree?
You know, the funny thing is, he's got 150 leaves down below. He just wants to start high and work his way down.
I mean, where's the fun in starting at the bottom? Oh, I just now realized Mama's on the other side of him.
Yeah, Mama's right here, and then Blue Eyes is on that other oak right down the way. I want to see if I can pet him, you know, if they're like, oh yeah, we're just out and everything's good. He says, sure can, just don't get in the way of my mouth.
Yep.
Old Blue Eyes, such a proper lady over there.
She's so pretty.
I've determined she has an English accent.
Oh, okay. We gonna hear it one of these days?
Big boy's chasing a grasshopper. He doesn't know where it went. It's over here, buddy. He went up there. Did you see it? This is our guard dog.
Hey, he's a great guard dog.
I was gonna say, you hate grasshoppers, don't you?
I absolutely hate grasshoppers.
Mario, I feel like you've been holding out on us. Like, I didn't know you had these skills.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
I saw what you were trying to do there.
You know, it's funny because the girls go after more grass.
Yeah.
He's going after more leaves. Well, this is exactly what you wanted.
Yeah,
you wanted
it really
them
is.
Going up around the trees.
He's a pretty happy camper.
He's healthy. This is a perfect place for them to be grazing and eating because this propane tank had a huge wasp nest on it up where the lid is open, and Kyle sprayed it one night and killed a bunch of them, but I have a feeling they'll be back. Herc, did you scare everybody away? Did you scare everybody away? Are you stressed out? Or are you having fun? What do you think about this? You seem to be pretty calm about it. Are you okay with this? Is this okay? Does it stress you out? It doesn't seem like it. Your tail's wagging. Yeah, your tail's wagging. You must be okay with this. The girls came back out. He's so cute. That's a good boy, Herc. Hercules, I think it is safe to say they are happy goats. They are loving this. Well, do you think we should try to get them back in their pen?
I mean, I see a lot more grass and weeds they need to eat.
Well, I do too, but maybe this opens up the door for us to be able to open the gate another day. You know what I'm saying? Do you see what I did there?
Yeah, but look how great they're doing. This would be the time to go ahead and roll that other spool in there while we got them out.
That's a good idea.
They stay within our proximity, but they pretend like they don't care. They're not paying attention. But I noticed as we kind of migrated that way, they kind of shifted over here, and then we came back down here, and now they're right there.
And the guard dog's here.
Yeah, he had to go in and get a little bit of food, didn't he, bud? He's a good boy.
Herc, can you watch the goats while we put this other spool in there? Okay, so I had Kyle talked into using the critter getter as a little shelter for Mr. Spruce, and we got it all the way over here to the gate and then realized it's not going to fit in there. And even more so, it wouldn't fit into the makeshift gate that we made inside the pen. So I have a feeling we're just going to have to build a whole new fortress for him. I'm really proud of him. He's been a great guard dog.
Today is officially Herc's birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Hercules!
Yeah, we might have got you something special at the store.
You girls are missing out on your food.
Mario says thanks for the new landing spot.
You're so mean. You jump up there just to push her down.
Honey, go get food, babe.
So as you can see, Kyle got our gate put in for the playground or nursery, whatever you want to call it. And I think he did a really good job. He burned it. We've got a little latch here. Swing it open. Does what a gate's supposed to do. Good job, babe.
Thanks.
Killed it.
That's frustrating. The goat panel kind of warped a bit. So I got a couple of ideas of things we can do to straighten that out. But that, I mean, those were literally all scraps that we had here.
That's great.
So not going to complain about that.
And it's not a pallet.
And it's not a pallet. It has a legitimate latch.
Well, guys, I'm nervous about what we just started here because I have a feeling that the goats are always going to try to get out whenever we come down here now.
No.
We'll see.
No, not at all. No.
I bet it happens. We're officially surrounded by goats.
Mario's doing his love pushes.
Don't touch that beard.
This one?
Have you been peeing on yours?
I'm not going to answer that. Well, guys, we'll see about letting them out of the pen. That could be a terrible idea. I'm sure we're going to hear about it in the comments below, and by golly, we're just, you know.
We take it one day at a time.
One day at a time, and
try new things.
You know, anything they get used to consistently, they would be good at. But if the dynamics aren't right, the goats spook each other, or Herc spooks the girls, or whatever, I think it's clear that that causes a bit of a challenge getting everybody back in here. So we may hold off a while to do that again.
We'll see.
We'll see. Well, we were hoping for rain today. We didn't get rain. We've got a beautiful sunset that we need to go enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, guys, we cannot tell you enough how much we appreciate you coming by. We love each and every one of you, and thank you for coming on this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.